Why, hello, chat. And I am Krista Joy, aka your friendly neighborhood Bowser supporter extraordinaire, bringing to you some midday and early evening rando action with the upper echelon, aka the elite of the Super Mario Brothers 3 rando community, aka DLP, DannyPSpeed, TEEX88, and the man who got me into Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer, Mr. Yeah, Peachy's got it, JonnyLink. And you guys should be as hyped as me, because I'm here by myself, which means it's just you and me, chat, versus the world. And I know as much as you are bloodthirsty, hungry animals, I didn't roll this seed. So, Boss Dust, who is our tracker extraordinaire, rolled this. So we know we are going to have absolute menacing levels. We are expecting the worst. So our runners are matching up their hashes, getting ready. And we are going to be released in the Kraken. And yes, no, we cannot have TikTok clock. Wrong game, chat, wrong game. But as much as I would love them to have some, Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario 64 action, we can't get that right now. But we sure can have them go through some interesting levels, because with Kingslayer, this is open world, so we're going to have the hub action, and we're going to have choose your own adventure. Here's the deal. The flags are, for week 1, standard, which means the levels are not going to be native to their own worlds. They're going to have some betas, which means that we can all hope and pray for Atlantis, and hammers do break locks. That is Sad Panda, but the World breakable rock is not breakable for these guys. It is breakable, though, for Tanuki. So they will have to, go through World 1 the old-fashioned way. But for these runners, it doesn't matter, because they live life in the fast lane. Yeah, hear me, chat? And the hashes are going to be matching up, and then I will be releasing them in just a little minute. And we're gonna get, so cross your fingers, your eyes, your toes, your, arms, legs, whatever you can cross for every bad level that we can think of, because these are the runners that can do it. Like, we are hoping for the absolute worst. So Johnny did have to do a bit of a reset. And we are praying to our friends in Rando Land. So we are hoping RNGesus answers all of our prayers, and we get the worst of the worst. If we are any hopes and prayers for hard Garbo action, we are hoping for the blessed levels of Atlantis 7566, maybe even a 7176 start, so that they are baby, small bean Mario. So DannyPSpeed and TEEXy are ready. JonnyLink has to start up, and then in just a moment, we will be in action. So most of our runners are probably going to start in bro heavy levels. So that's going to be World 4, World 6, where you have 3 bros. So we're not going to see no World 1s here, not yet. But Let us hope for the best. And let's wait on everyone. Okay. And sorry about the quiet. I am studying the race room harder than I studied in college, folks. All 3 runners are ready. I am going to release the Kraken harder than any Olympian ever could. And in 15 seconds, we're going to get ready to go. So, chat, are you as ready as I am? Because I know you are. And we are going to swap scenes. Alrighty. So, this is our 3-person layout. Kingslayer action is a go, everyone. Let us have a party, because you know it's not a party. All right, so all of our runners. So, as predicted, all right, JonnyLink starting off in World 5, aka the Bums level. DannyPSpeed and TEEX, as predicted as before. World 4 is the start, so we have 610 for JonnyLink. Yeah, Peachy's gonna take out that Patooey. And we get, oh baby, 7-1. Small bean action. TEEX's actually gonna play it through. Whoa, baby. You gotta love it. DannyPSpeed nopes out of there harder than I usually do. And World 5, so we have 2 runners currently in Bumland, USA. And we have TEEX going through 7-1 like a champ. You know, ducking those fireballs. Ooh, I don't know, chat. Here we go. So, you gotta hand it to TEEX. Normally, you know, most of us would wait, become a little bit bigger, but TEEX just powered through it. And now we're gonna get some added info. So we have the fort on TEEX's side, and it's Fort Knox. The pain of World 4 is real. Alright, we don't get the big jump, but DannyPSpeed does jump over Lakitu. JonnyLink getting a bro fight. Let's see what we get for a reward. Peachy is ducking those hammers, gets rewarded with a fire flower, and TEEX is now having to go through 2 sets, and you know, a little surprised we're not farming a bit for some coin action, but also recognizing this is the Kingslayer group, so this is the best of the best without it having Eric Roberts in it and going against Team Korea. And we have some bros action on DannyPSpeed's side. Let's see what DannyPSpeed gets. And it is a fire flower. And we have Twisty Palace action on JonnyLink's side. While we have Small Bean versus Fire Bros on DannyPSpeed. Gets a cassette recorder. And we are getting Fire Bro action on TEEX's side. Gets a hammer, so this may come into play when if we get a second hammer for World 3. And pretty much we're out of World 4. So TEEX, showing that perseverance pays off, going the bottom route on the World 6 airship. Gets the star. Alright, so we're going to take on Iggy Koopa. Let's see if we... Okay, Iggy, so far, four hits, and Iggy is down and out, folks. Alright, so we have 1-5 action going on both DannyPSpeed and JonnyLink side. With JonnyLink coming out first, and DannyPSpeed will soon be following. And we have the first one to complete their world being TEEX, with taking out World 4, going into World 6. So doing the bro heavy levels as previously discussed. And on JonnyLink's side, we do have the Door 6 fort action going on. Small Peach action gets a very weak Boom Boom. So DannyPSpeed's probably going to go for the fire kill. No, but it's a weak one hit. And we have on JonnyLink's side, Mancha Run for Fun. Oh baby, this is the right size to be a small bean. And you love to see it. DannyPSpeed right on his side. TEEXy experiencing the greatest travel destination and nopes out of that, so Alcatraz is not gonna get it. But 7-6 is right behind. So wow, you get 2 of the blessed levels right away. Thus you get my absolute happy thumbs up right now. But TEEX says I can beat 7-6 with a first try clip. Let's go for TEEX88. And we have Small Bean Peach going against Fire Mario. Both of these runners going so fast on the World 7 airship to take on the bum, Roy, who's truly a bum in every sense with that one hit. So, as Roy continues to disappoint us, TEEX is going through World 6 like a champ, doing some Dora the Exploring. Using that hammer. And we are now in Gatekeep Fort, the World 8 Fort. A little surprised about the early hammer use since World 3 is in play, but also you can use hammers in World 6 to break rocks. Totally understandable. So, sacrificing the power-up to get the first try in Gatekeep Fort. And DannyPSpeed now making up the time between him and JonnyLink by getting the second try clip, where JonnyLink was struggling to try to get the game over. Not the game over, but the 50 coin penalty. So both of our runners going through JonnyLink through 7-1 finally gets the clip, and oh baby, we are in a favorite level 3-9 on TEEX88 side. JonnyLink finally getting the 7-1 clip, and now about to go through some Fire Bros here. And now we are going to be moving on. And JonnyLink will be playing Fort Knox in just a moment. So a little bit of a time loss to DannyPSpeed, understandable. And we have TEEX taking out our Clown Prince. And chat, we haven't found the blue boomerang yet. You know, this is not cursed boots action, but yes, you'll catch me doing cursed boots comms a little bit later, but no, we're not doing cursed boots today. And we get a cloud from Peach for TEEX88. And now we are in Bumland for TEEX. Meanwhile, we have JonnyLink now finishing up and moving on to experience what it's like to take out the bum. And DannyPSpeed giving us a wonderful to be continued theme. So get your Roundabout by Yes playing right now. And we see that he has taken out Iggy. Meanwhile, 610 being cruel to TEEX88. No Zelda one for you, Boss Dust. No stepladder. Your stepladder is in, you know, we'll say level 8 for you. We'll just make it extra spicy. And TEEXy with his Fire Flower does make it through 610. And we're seeing World 1 bold strategy on DLP side. Get the quick one out of the way. So we are going to see DLP conquer World 1 very fast. JonnyLink, let's see where he goes after taking out World 4, getting a trash room. And we are going to, even bolder strategy, Cotton Pipeline for JonnyLink. So we have excellent divergence. We are in bootleg fort right now. The World 1 fort, so we know that's not going to open up anything too tough. So DannyPSpeed is going to complete it as we don't have any way to check the item. Meanwhile, on JonnyLink's side, we're going to see what the Piranha has to offer. And it is heartbreaking despair. So we're moving on through Pipeline. Let's see what fort this is. And it is absolutely the bane of my existence. 5F2 aka the Lava Fart or the Potable Fort Sauna, whatever you wish to call it. But it is not welcome around here, just like that boo that was gatekeeping the pipe entry. So as we have Small Bean Peach going against Boom Boom on JonnyLink's side, we have DannyPSpeed, who is in the airship of my beautiful angel, La Princesa, to take on Larry Koopa. We have 1-5 going for TEEX88. DannyPSpeed stand is Zawardo. Okay, Zawardo. Chat, that is DannyPSpeed stand. And JonnyLink is doing some more pipe exploring in World 7, trying to find the best way to get to the final way. And TEEX not doing the Door 3 strat that he is known for, opting for Door 6 because he is trying to rush out, and I know chat has their salutes out. I don't even have to tell them, because on JonnyLink's side we have the Air Force, the hardest working military, and it is piloted by one of the hardest working pilots, second to our restreamer extraordinaire diesel pilot, Captain Boom Boom, who just took a beating by Small Bean Peach. And we have Munch and Run for fun action on TEEX88's side. And we have Alcatraz versus DannyPSpeed, who's giving a big nope. Oh, this hurts my soul every time. And now we have Small Bean Ouija about to take a 50 coin penalty. And we are definitely going to power up. There we go. And we have TEEX88 now, who is on a world favorite airship, which is, excuse me, the World 7 airship belonging to Ludwig von Koopa, using P-Speed strats to go through and beat up on the very bummy Roy. And JonnyLink has completed his assault on Ludwig, while DannyPSpeed goes for his clip for 7-6. And boy, these runners are moving so fast, I need to talk faster than the Micro Machines guy from the 80s. And we now have World 6 action on JonnyLink's side. And let's see where we are moving on TEEX88's side. All right, so we have pipe action going for TEEX88, and Small Bean Peach giving the Koopas the business. So yeah, Peachy's got it. And we have DannyPSpeed, who is using some Dora the Explorer action in World 6. So this divergence by our runners, you know, you just got to love it. With TEEX88 possibly having a slight lead above the other runners. And we are now on the World 4 airship for TEEX to take on Ludwig von Koopa, who was an absolute disappointment, as we saw with JonnyLink. JonnyLink going for his 7-6 clip, while we have DannyPSpeed going through the World 2 airship to take on our Clown Prince Lemmy. And boy, oh boy, I feel like a 1970s sportscaster on the radio right now. And we have the king of World 7 trying to do the old early 2000s Nigerian prince scam on TEEX, which is some sad Pandaville. And everybody wants to see me do max headroom. Oh boy, I don't know if I can pull that off. But if you want to hear the starter version, I will do my best. I don't think I could pull it off though. World 1 action for TEEX88. We have JonnyLink in Gatekeep Fort. Meanwhile, we have World 3 La Princesa action going on DannyPSpeed side. We have Donut Fort. So get your Krispy Kremes, your Dunkin' Donuts, Duck Donuts quacking right now for DannyPSpeed, who is rushing at the speed of light. He is showing that Ouija can be as fast as Sonic and Spike. And we have some maximum bootleg fort action going for TEEX88 and gatekeep tail action for JonnyLink, and let's see if that is what was needed for DannyPSpeed, who is about to go through. Oh, we haven't seen this level in a hot minute. Let's see if he can outrun Lakitu, who will be making his grand appearance in a little bit. And we have TEEX, who went so fast that it was a wow. And we have JonnyLink, who just yeeted himself out of one of our blessed levels. So we have Spike Fort action for TEEX88. Meanwhile, DannyPSpeed is going onto the World 1 airship. No, that is not. That is the World 5 airship. The Bums airship to deal with our Princesa Fashionista, who is lighter than a feather. Oh my goodness, that is just disappointing all around because I am a big fan of Wendy. And so DannyPSpeed finishing up World 3, taking out La Princesa. JonnyLink taking out the Clown Prince. And we have TEEX with a ringless, getting disappointment in a can. About to go do battle with Larry on La Princesa's airship. And we have World 2 for DannyPSpeed. And let's see, World 2 for JonnyLink as well. And holy machinations, both JonnyLink and DannyPSpeed have gone through, and they are on the World 1 airship to do battle with a low sodium Morton Koopa Jr. Wow, this is absolutely so fast. And these guys are burning so bright that you gotta wear shades. And we have TEEX88 now, who has just finished World 1, about to dip into World 2. And unfortunately, I don't think TEEX still has a hammer, or else he would have been able to hammer that lock. Which means TEEX has to take the scenic route. And World 2, whereas both. So JonnyLink is going to do World 1. Should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Wow, we have DannyPSpeed doing some pipe exploring. So we have Dora the Exploring on DannyPSpeed's side. We have a rush to getting to the castle on JonnyLink's side on World 1. And we have TEEX88, who's going the roundabout way without a JoJo stand, and World 2. So DannyPSpeed right now in the lava fart. We have JonnyLink in the bootleg fort, and we have TEEX88 getting disappointed. You know, you gotta love it. And we have cloud usage, so TEEX88 now is on the airship of all airships, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and we will see him take out the low sodium Morton and will be entering into one of the worlds. So the tables have been utterly turned on TEEX88. So once in the lead, now kind of fighting to survive. And this is not the Kumite. And we have Parabeetle action. Oh no, I hate this level. I usually P-wing it on DannyPSpeed's side, but he was going so fast The Beatles could not catch up. So, we have World 3. And DannyPSpeed is completing up World 7. So at this point, it is a matter of execution. So we have Donut Fort for TEEX, Air Force for DannyPSpeed, and we have Spike Fort for JonnyLink. Oh, chat. And yes, it is the Bog from Labyrinth. You guys know what's up. This is why I love you guys, chat. You are amazing every time. And TEEX has completed the fort. And now we are just rushing to the palace. But remember, we have to P-speed responsibly. And now we are going to use that cassette player. DannyPSpeed makes the airship first. So we are on that World 4 airship. And we know that DannyPSpeed can get to Luddy first, because Luddy is so weak. It's going to be a one-hitter. So, with the powers combined, he will be Captain Planet, and he will be entering World 8 first. Oh, man. And on the World 5 airship, we have that weak Wendy, who just got clipped by TEEX. And TEEXy is going into World 8 as well. Holy moly. At this point, it's going to come down to routing, because World 8 is the great equalizer, folks. So, who's going to roll with me in -1 land and stand to be disappointed? We have our first fort in World 8, which is 3F2. So this is a valid seed by rando definitions. And we have Donut Fort action going on JonnyLink's side. So, chat. This here is going to be amazing, with DannyPSpeed using the midstream froggy suit, which is a feature of open world. TEEX is opting to keep his fire suit. And now we get to see that oh wow! Tank action leads to Stretchy Boo Fort. So we have Carpet Boo Fort, Stretchy Boo Fort. I love it. So, little bit of divergence. We have DannyPSpeed playing See a Fort, Play a Fort, whereas TEEX is opting to do some gambling here and seeing if one fort is going to be what is needed. Meanwhile, JonnyLink is still going through World 3 to try to find the path to Wendy. Alrighty. So, what does the Navy offer? The real Navy. So get your salutes out, because we are in the Navy, where Mario runs real fast, and you love it. So we are going to go with Admiral Boom Boom, who is going to get fire killed. And we have Zawardo on DannyPSpeed's side. So get your 30 seconds out there to punch Ouija as much as you want. And we have some World 4 action going on TEEX88 side. And we have Silver Tanks on DannyPSpeed's side. So, now it comes down to what is the golden ticket, as now JonnyLink has tossed his cap into the battle and is now entered into World 8. going through 3F2 on his side. Let's see if he uses the frog suit. And who knows? I don't think so. We're going to keep that tail on JonnyLink's side. And we have TEEX88, who's going through the motions and just zooming through levels with DannyPSpeed hot on his case. But DannyPSpeed did do the extra fort. Keep that in mind, folks. So, now is the time. Now is the best time. Now is the best time of your life. And we are about to find out what way gets us to Bowser's castle. And okay. So both of our runners are. And TEEX finds out he's got a big gaping hole, which means that DannyPSpeed might have the answer, because TEEX has to go back to that gamble that he missed. So we might have the snipe of the century coming up. So TEEX has no mode. And TEEX is now going to do super tanks. While DannyPSpeed tries to find the way. He is about to ask Ugandan Knuckles, but because he played every fort, he is going to it. And we are in 7-4. And we are zooming through with the frog suit. Oh, so missing the gamble. And Mayo, do not take that. Look, I know I can get taken out of context quite often there, chat. We don't have to break it down. So, DannyPSpeed is going to be the first person to get into Bowser's crib, and we are definitely gonna arm ourselves with a fire flower. And we have Tanuki action on TEEX88's side. I wonder if we're gonna see the use of the fire flower midway. No! JonnyLink is on the path. We have the Yes, we're seeing cloud action on JonnyLink's side. So let's see if we're going to get that first try clip. Not quite. Second try, not quite. Okay. DannyPSpeed was just warming up because this was the actual first try clip on DannyPSpeed's side. With the fire flower, folks, we are looking at 35 fire bonks to the head. And we are about to see some turtle souffle in just a moment on DannyPSpeed's side. JonnyLink getting the information that we need. One bridge. And also, Angelic Jade has entered to find out all her hopes and dreams have been dashed, as 4 bridges was not happening at all. So get your GGs out as TEEX88 nails his smooth criminal mac and cheese clip as he's about to duke it out with Bowser armed with his fire flower. We see Small Bean Peach going through and taking on, getting some gnarly clips. Woo! There we go. TEEX has taken out Bowser. So we got some Gamblerinos that did not quite pay off for TEEXy, but that is okay. Let me slam you with some times, guys. Coming in numero uno, getting 9 points, is DannyPSpeed, DLP in my heart. with 31 minutes and 49 seconds. Coming in second, 6 points aplenty. 32 minutes and 37 seconds. That would be TEEX88. And Bust Us already having race room number 2 for game number 2 ready. And we have JonnyLink, who is still traversing through World 8, armed with the Tanuki tail. So, this was exciting. This is Kingslayer action at its best, chat. Like, you have some of the fastest people on the rando planet choosing to go up against each other. You know, they kept me on my toes. Whew! And now getting ready to enter into Bowser's Castle, aka Casa de Bowser. We're gonna have JonnyLink, who's gonna get through some for just in a quick moment. Getting through my favorite area, the Electro Minefield of Love. And I love this about the open world. You are able to move as a statue, which is something you could not do before. So invincibility for the win. You're just a little bit heavier, but JonnyLink has emerged triumphantly. Will be arming himself with the fire flower in just a second. And bada bing, bada boom, we are ready to go on JonnyLink's side. Yeah, using the statue chat, you know, in open world, you can move with it. It does make you heavier. So that is the one caveat for it. But it is amazing in that, you know, you're no longer stationary. So very good use of that by JonnyLink. Also gets the first try on the Smooth Criminal mac and cheese clip. So we are going to see Peachy going up against Bowser and paying him back for all that captivity. So here we go, 35 hits to the noggin, and we're gonna have a fireball kill in just a second. And there we go. Yeah, Peachy's got it. And with a time of 36 minutes and 32 seconds, JonnyLink has emerged triumphantly. And we have race room, lucky clip done. And our Kingslayers emerging triumphant. And now we have gone to race number 2 in just a moment. So you guys sit back, relax, get hydrated, because we will be coming back in just a second. Bust Us, I think, is going to be rolling scene number 2, because you don't want me to roll it, because if I roll it, everybody will finish in 20 minutes or less, and it won't be trash-tastic. But the one thing we did not see, and I'm a little saddened about that, we did not see 7F2 Bust Us. We have to work on that. No 7F2, and it kind of hurts my soul to have no 7F2. So, we need to have 7-8 and 7F2, right, chat? Because it wouldn't be a crystal commentary without the fort of love and happiness, right? So, stay tuned, folks. Get yourself some hydration. and stuff, and we'll be back in just 1 minute. As our runners get ready and start matching up those hashes, how did you guys enjoy the last game chat? That was quite exciting, wasn't it? Like seeing everybody moving so fast. And we have the greatest tracker on the planet in Boss Dust. You know, he rolled seed number 2 because I rolled baby seeds. So that's why I will roll seeds for Tanuki only. That way they are guaranteed baby seeds. Because Kingslayers need hot garbos. That way they are challenged to the best of their abilities. We need them to have as much fun as possible. And by fun, I mean 7F2. So, Dr. Torsel, yeah, 7F2 is nothing but fun and love for everyone. You know, Tanukis, I love Tanukis. So, Tanukis get lots of crystal seeds, which means you guys will have lots of fun with my seeds. And best way to play 7F2, don't play it. Ouch. That hurts my soul. And we are matching up hashes right now. And I'm hoping that we see 7F2 and 7-8 for our wonderful runners, because they need to experience the fort of love and happiness, the friendliest flora in the Mushroom Kingdom. And it looks like we are having some interesting things happening right now. Boss Dust is taking care of things from the backside of things, and I think we will have everything settled in just a moment. Peace, love, and plants. That's absolutely right. So we're going to have the Oracle himself join the matchup just so everything can get matched up correctly. But in the meantime, seeing this makes you inspired to want to join the league next year. I'm hoping that we have the Game Genie League, which means infinite lives and invincibility for us. You know, really, really new people. And we have 2 of our runners ready. So we're just waiting on DannyPSpeed. And then we will release the Kraken. So we wish our runners the best of luck. It looks like DannyPSpeed. Looks like the hashes are starting to match up. All right. Or maybe I'm seeing things. Only Game Genie code needed. Never lose frog suit. Oh boy. No. No. I'm not too good. We'll leave frog suit action to the frog suit. The frog wonders. We are about to get things. Uh-oh. We're not quite ready yet. The forced frog suit in 5-6. No. No. So we're just waiting for Mac Patcher to be added to DannyPSpeed, and then we will be ready to go. So we will have a TED Talk on strategy. So chat, I want you guys, here's your assignment while DannyPSpeed gets himself re-readied. Give me the order that you would complete this run. So we have here, I'll put down what I would do. And then you tell me what you guys would do. I see some interesting things, but all of us agree that most of us would say, Mayo, I appreciate the fact that we are calling Jenny, but I don't know that if we call 8675309, I don't know if Jenny would respond to us in this. We could try. We could try. But most of us are ready and we have cut them loose. So, most of us are starting with World 4, so we are mostly in sync with starting with World 4. Let's see what we do. Last game, TEEXy and DannyPSpeed started off in World 4. JonnyLink went with his bold strategy of doing something else. So we had some divergence right off the rip. And now it's time. It's time. It's time for these runners to go. And go is what we are seeing in the race room. Once I see them go, I'll happily. There we go. So we have here World 5 again for JonnyLink. All right. And we're starting off with Air Force on JonnyLink's side, World 4s for DannyPSpeed and TEEX. So we're starting off in Bumland for JonnyLink and Nerdland. And we get, oh baby, I'm happy. I'm happy. Do you see what I see? Chat? The greatest fort that ever existed has made its appearance. Boss Dust has redeemed himself. We are in 7F2 for both DannyPSpeed and TEEXy, and none of them are protected. JonnyLink taking a sneaky peeky and wanting to see what's up. And now we have just some friendly Flora action going on. Oh, I am the happiest person. And both TEEX and DannyPSpeed are surely the happiest people right now. Oh, because I know I am. I have a big old smile, so we are doing some Dora the Exploring on TEEX's side. And that wasn't the fort that was needed. But it's not about, you should always play 7F2 just because it is 7F2. And TEEX taking an unfortunate 50 coin penalty. But that is because Fire Chompy got a little too intimate and bad touches are aplenty. And let's see. Ooh. JonnyLink going through. And we have DannyPSpeed struggling to get a leaf. TEEX88 finally making it out. And we have JonnyLink, who is about to jam hard on the World 4 airship to do a battle with our resident bum. Who's still a bum, will always be a bum. Anytime I'm doing commentary, it is guaranteed that Roy's gonna be a bum. That is the canon, and I am sticking to it. We have some boomerang bro action going on DannyPSpeed's side, netting him a P-Wing. And we got on the World 2 tile set boomerang bro, where TEEXy gets his P-Wing. Oh, baby. And we have on JonnyLink's side D para español prima and I'll sound like Gura. Gargura. And now we are in World 4 for JonnyLink, so doing things a little bit in reverse. TEEX88 getting rewarded with pain and misery. And we have JonnyLink, who's happy to see the greatest fort that ever existed. Mandatory 7F2. And now we have DannyPSpeed, who with his tale of plenty is happy to see 7F1, where you don't have to take any penalties. So we are happy dappy. And JonnyLink taking a tail, hopefully, we'll be able to keep that tail going into 7F1 himself. And TEEX88 getting the 2-up for the mismatch cards. JonnyLink losing his tail. That is going to be some sad Pandaville. And then we have Firebro action to get disappointment in a can. And TEEX88 resetting. World 4. And noping out. Bit of a bold strategy to go into World 2 on TEEX's side. Bit of a time investment, but understandable. We have a beta on TEEX's side, which is the ice run for fun. Oh, he clicked on the whistle by accident. Oh no. So, who does your taxes? By the World 4 King. And I do my own taxes. That's a cloud. So we have the accidental whistle. That is a hurt that is beyond hurt. And we have DannyPSpeed in the Bumland USA on the airships. So I hope you guys are giving your salutes. And we are moving on. And then we have here World 2 coin ship action for TEEX88. So we're going to get that $50 chuck. And we are going to do some boomerang bro action. And let's see what we get for an item. We have JonnyLink Tanuki suit for TEEX88. That will come in handy for 7F1. And we have the level I was waiting for JonnyLink 39. So, happiness of plenty with the nanny bloopers. So, as chat asks, that's a good question. That would be nice. And are you sure? And we have DannyPSpeed with another Zawardo moment. And JonnyLink having to go through Fort Knox to get the Tanuki suit. So get your roundabout music playing for DannyPSpeed's side. And that's a star card. And pretty soon we're going to see DannyPSpeed going up against the bum who is a bum. And we have 5-9, one of our blessed levels for TEEX88. Let's go, folks. We are happy as happy could be, This is where you can play. Guile's theme goes with anything as TEEX88 climbs 5-9. And on JonnyLink's side, we are back as we see great use of the Tanuki suit on La Princesa's airship to do battle against Iggy. And we have DannyPSpeed taking out the bum. So in just a moment, we're going to see Earthquakey Iggy go down. So right now, oh, misses the off-screen one grab on JonnyLink's side. So we get the para españolo prima e la for DannyPSpeed. And we are out. He says, me voy. And we are now going into World 1 for DannyPSpeed. And we get the command, a showman type move. Somewhere Leslie would be impressed. TEEX88 completing his first world against Salty Morton, who wasn't that salty. And then we have fall flat into the deep ravine. So we are out of World 2, gets a hammer. And we are in the fidget spinners of Doom level 4, DannyPSpeed. I don't personally like this level. This level done like me. Bike Fort action on JonnyLink's side as we are in World 7. And will we get some H-jump action on TEEX's side? The answer is a big resounding no. So let's see what 5-3 has to offer. Okay, so JonnyLink is still going through the motion. And that's not 5-3. I'm having one of those days, guys. Forgive. So we are in, one of my favorite airships, which is the World 2 airship on DannyPSpeed's side. World 1 was a piece of cake. So Larry jacked Morton's airship, and let's see what we're going to have here. Very weak Larry, 2 hits. And TEEX is moving at the speed of light here. And the Piranha offers nothing but despair. Oh, baby. So, and a king that wants to be an Oscar Mayer wiener, which we can get buy one, get one free at Publix any day. And we have DannyPSpeed moving into World 3 to go up against my favorite fashionista. Meanwhile, TEEX is making me throw my hat on the floor like Billy Martin from the Yankees, because we are in Niagara Falls for TEEX88. JonnyLink completing his battle against our concerto master, Ludwig von Koopa, and yeeting out of World 7. And we have coin ship action on DannyPSpeed's side. We're not going to get ringless, and we have an easy peasy gulp in 7-5 Alcatraz. So we are going to skip that, unfortunately, which makes me sad on TEEX's side. And Wendy is a free to go. That's quite sad, because 7-5 is such a great travel destination. How could you not want to play it? Also, we are in the Bums airship to go against La Princesa Wendy. And let's see what we get in terms of hit. 4 hit, and we are good to go. Meanwhile, we have on JonnyLink's side, little hesitancy, about to get the slide into the big jump. Excellent. Does sacrifice the power-up, does get it back, and we are about to do battle in World 6, and we are on, I need to sneeze, the World 1 airship for our battle against a very weak Clown Prince, Lemmy. And we are on JonnyLink's side, the Lava Fart, aka Potable Fort Sauna action for JonnyLink. And we are doing World 1 Navy for TEEX88. Roy is a bum. He will always be a bum. Sorry to break it to you, Frig. And we are getting our salute. I know that Lemmy was weak, chat. That was a Lemmy. That was a disappointing Lemmy. I am so saddened. And we are World 2 for DannyPSpeed. And we are in the fidget spinners of Doom level for TEEX88. Meanwhile, we are doing some ice run for fun action on DannyPSpeed's side, beta action. And we have, a conundrum of sorts, but JonnyLink, after sacrificing 2 power-ups, does emerge triumphant, but Lakitu was giving JonnyLink the business. No more Roy confirmation. No, Roy's a bum. He will always be a bum. Sorry. An anchor bankrupting people. It is a cloud. Oh, baby. DannyPSpeed getting a Tanuki suit. And JonnyLink making me throw my hat because we are in Niagara Falls. Meanwhile, Teexy getting out of World 1 and oh man. Yes, there we go. Chat knows what's up with Roy. And we have JonnyLink now getting the big fat gulp to dodge out of 7-5. And we have DannyPSpeed with a hammer suit in World 1 Fort. And we have Peachy going up against La Princesa. And World 3 Spike Fort action for TEEX88. Took that turtle kiss right on the cheek. Oh man, this is some good times here. La Princesa action. And we have some Hammer Bro action. Hammer versus Hammer. The greatest hammer wins, and the reward is a hammer for Hammerception on DannyPSpeed's side. And we're using another cloud. And Roy is a giga bum. And we are going downstairs on the World 6 airship on DannyPSpeed's side. And we have TEEX88 doing his Dora the Exploring action. Meanwhile, we have DannyPSpeed doing battle with a chunky but very weak Morton Cooper Jr. We have JonnyLink on the Navy in World 1. And thank you so much, Boomstick, for putting information about the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer League. We have a schedule up of all of our runners who are going to be doing battle. We've got 3 spanking good divisions. We have the Elites in Kingslayer, which you are watching right now. We have our average running time of 30 to 45 minutes in the Fireflower division. And then we have our Tanukis, which are 40 to 60 plus minute runners. That race as well. I just did one of those yesterday. So Tanukis, they get me to roll their seeds, so they always get fun seeds. And we get TEEX88 taking out the Concerto Master while JonnyLink is on his way to beat up on that weak Larry Koopa. Yeah, you gotta love it. So, we have so much divergence that... And we have JonnyLink taking a bullet bill to the back of the noggin. You know, you've got to appreciate it. DannyPSpeed showing hundo strats here by using the hammer suit in Piranha stage. So Piranha suits, pretty much yield pain and misery. We have TEEX in World 6 as a small bean. We're going to get our 50 bucks and we're going right in to take on ye old boomerang bros. And getting nothing but disrespect. So, on the World 7 airship is DannyPSpeed with the hammer suit. So once he takes out our Concerto Master, we're going to get the Hammer Bro in the house message. Because we know that Ludwig does not have what it takes to take out Mario. And we have Stretchy Boo action on TEEX88 side. And in World 6 is JonnyLink doing some pipe explorinos. So as JonnyLink goes through and we get a Rangless by JonnyLink, all for nothing. And we get TEEXy that completes it out and gets Boom Boom to do the boom. And moving on through World 6. And we have Stretchy Boo action for JonnyLink. And we have such excellent H jump missing by DannyPSpeed. And we have some moderate want to be P-Speed action going. On TEEX's side, JonnyLink has just finished saying, yeah, Peachy's got it. As he moves on, breaks the rock in World 6. Let's see if that gambler is going to pay off. Alright. On the World 1 airship, we have TEEXy, who's going to take out that Lemmy, that disappointed Bowser, enough to cancel any type of circus memberships for Lemmy. And now we are moving on in World 3. And then we have TEEXy, who will probably dip World 4, if I had to guess. And DannyPSpeed making me angry in Niagara Falls. Because I loathe that level with every fiber of my being. But moves on to actual World 5. Alright, Air Force action for TEEX. JonnyLink has now completed World 6. Gets called Edward from Final Fantasy IV, who was the Spoony Bard. And now we're going to see World 2. Or Johnny. And we're going to see some ice run for fun in the beta level here for JonnyLink. Meanwhile, we're going to see ye old World 5 airship belonging to the bum. And we're going to see battling La Princesa, in which that will be the final world for DannyPSpeed. And then he would have placed all his gems. And we will be going into World 8 for DannyPSpeed. I agree. Niagara Falls shouldn't be considered a level. You're right. You're right. And we are going to bootleg Fort action for JonnyLink. Bum battle for TEEX88. And a cloud for DannyPSpeed. And the bridge has been made. So now we are in World 8 for DannyPSpeed. And the tank offers Donut Fort, so get your Dunkin' Donuts, your Krispy Kremes, and your Duck Donuts are quacking because we are about to make Boom Boom into a munchkin. JonnyLink is on the World 6 airship, doesn't get the first class clip, has to go downstairs, and we will be doing battle with Morton in just a minute. And now we are gonna see TEEX's Hundo version of 7F2, where he annihilates all of my beautiful little plants and makes me really sad. Okay. Alright, so TEEX getting through my favorite fort and making it into actual mush. Moving on through World 4. We're gonna see probably a cloud through that. JonnyLink has entered into World 8. We're gonna see him doing late Donut Fort. Well, we see more Dora the Explorer action going on DannyPSpeed's side. Also, anyone who says that obliterating 7F2 is beautiful to watch, you guys are cruel against plants. And that's heresy talk. Also, we have TEEX going through with the hammer suit. So probably TEEX is going to be focusing on keeping that hammer suit as long as possible. And if there's anyone who can do it, it is TEEX88. And we have escalator fort action for JonnyLink. And we have Gatekeep Fort, the World 8 fort in its natural habitat. So that means that this is acceptable for Boss Dust. Alright, so we have TEEX is, as I said, keeping the hammer suit. We see TEEX has got a tail right now. So we are moving on out. And I forgot that 7F1 is in World 4, so no hopes of keeping that hammer suit alive for TEEX. Going through La Princesa's airship to take on Iggy, and then in just a moment, TEEX will be entering into World 8 as well. Alright, and we have the Fire Flower grab for JonnyLink. And in just a moment, we'll be getting conveyor belted over to lay some flames on to Boom Boom. Alright, and we get the Who Does Your Taxes. The bridge has been built. And DannyPSpeed with a hammer suit has entered into Bowser's crib. Does not get the discless skip, but that is absolutely fine. goes up the stairs, carefully dodging the disc. We have hammer suit action for JonnyLink, who's entering in second. Gets the smooth criminal mac and cheese clip. So now, in just a second, we're gonna see a high and by Bowser situation. And that's exactly right. Even gets the disrespectful kick to add to Bowser's pain and anguish. So in just a second, get your GGs out for DannyPSpeed. Also, look at that amazing clip action for JonnyLink. Oh, baby. So we have a different type of clip for JonnyLink. Also gets the disrespectful kick. Gamer Cow would be proud of both DannyPSpeed and JonnyLink. Also hot on their tails is TEEX88, who shot out like a bolt of lightning here in Florida. Gets his clip action. Oh, baby! So, JonnyLink. Somebody just joined me, and I'm not even close to being in my room. It looks like we have TEEX88! Hey, TEEX88!
Hey, what's up? Thank you.
Everybody's overloading. I guess the link is here. GG's to you, DannyPSpeed. And I got your name right this time. Holy moly. It's a miracle.
You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, I have to, it's usually DLP and DannyPSpeed interchangeably. But it was so good to see you guys doing your runs. You move so fast. You showed what King Sling is all about. Oh, baby. So, I will let the both of you share your thoughts on Dust's wonderful seed rolling.
Thank you for the cloud in World 3 before 7.5. I found out pretty early in the second seed that the anchor was a cloud. It's kind of it's one of those things that it's nice, but it takes 50 coins. So I basically saw a coin ship in World 2, clouded, knowing I was going to get my coins back. Basically, the second seed, the strategy was I have enough power-ups. I'm just looking at coins and just clouding as much as I can, which I only did it like once because their levels didn't have a ton of coins. But yeah, I just seem to get really timely items in both seeds. But yeah.
The official times, this game too was so close. You came in first, DannyPSpeed, with 29 minutes and 13 seconds. Hot on your tail was JonnyLink coming in second with 29:59. And then TEEX88 with 30:29. Like, whew, that was a match. TEEX88, did you have an accidental whistle?
Yeah. Sadly, I really enjoyed that seed because of all the items they gave us, and lended itself to some really fun routing, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's a shame that I blew away the first 4 minutes of the seed by using a warp whistle right at the end of World 4.
Oh my gosh! Wow, it was that close. You must have been flying then.
Yeah, because TEEX was almost finished World 4, and then a whistle was blown, and we were trying to figure out what happened.
I'm so used to no warp whistles being in my inventory from previous randomizers because lol muscle memory. So I tried to go for the P-Wing because I knew that Fort Knox was going to be next because of 7F2 before. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I did it right. So
yeah, that's one of those things where it's like every time I open my inventory, because I've done it in practice at least twice, and I was just like, okay, just settle down a little bit. You got time, but I've almost done it several times. But yeah, I'm really, just to piggyback off what you said, I'm really curious to see how you guys did World or the second seed, because it did give a lot of items and interesting spots, and I'm curious to see how you guys did it. And that's part of what the fun with open world is nobody really knows the best way to do it yet. So it's I'm really interested to see how everybody across all the divisions decides to do it.
Yeah, I think I had like 1 or 2 clouds and 1 hammer going to World 8, and which, the cloud I didn't need, but I played the first fort that was on the first screen, and then went to the pipe, broke the lock in the dark room, and that took me straight to Bowser. So I wish I had that kind of lucky routing in the first seed, because I feel like I wasted way too much time.
Yeah, I blew the first seed. I completely forgot about the upper area in the dark mode, and I could have finished that seed like sooner, but I was scrambling as well. That whole World 8, I was lost and turned around. I didn't know where I was going.
Yeah, like for the most of the seed, I felt like I played really good, like outside of just dying 2 times in 610, but we won't talk about that. But I had a hammer going into World 8, and I saw that there was the Air Force right behind the lock in the upper left-hand side of the dark room. And it's like, a part of me was like, I should do this and just take a chance, because, the logic will probably make me play that anyway, because, the way the other forts are lined up. And instead, I just ended up playing like 2 or 3 more extra levels and just wasted 2 minutes just going through pipes.
Well, that's where you made up your time from the whistle then in the second seed, because I didn't have a hammer in World 8, and I played all 4 forts, and I was like, and of course the Air Force was the last one that I played, and it was like, oh, right there, easy. But yeah, it was.
And welcome to JonnyLink, who just joined us. I had to send him an invite because, Discord being Discord. But welcome, Johnny.
Hello,
GG's
hello.
to you, friend.
GG's, everyone. Nice job.
Yo, GG.
Oh, you, Johnny, and I wanted to bring you in to let you know you had a bold strategy, Cotton. TEEX and Danny always started with World 4. You actually were the early divergence in routing, believe it or not, Johnny. You started with World 5 right out the gate.
I have no idea what the strategy is supposed to be when it comes to picking worlds. I usually save like the worlds that are good for hammers a little last, so usually do like 5, 4, 7 kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, and I'll give away my strategy, whatever. I tend to start with the worlds that hammers usually aren't that big of a factor in, regardless if they break locks or not. It's very rare that World 4 has a bad hammer setup. Obviously, it does happen, but it's a shorter world on average. Even if you have to take the long way, everyone's going to have to do that because a hammer's not usually useful. So at least starting world, I usually start with World 4, just because it also gives you 3 item potentials, 2 bros, and 1 princess letter. And then my routing is dependent on what items I get from there. But that's usually where I start, at least.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I feel like 5 is kind of similar to that, where it's rare that a hammer will come into play. And
yep, that's exactly what I did. The first seed, I went to 4. I saw 7-1 was there, and I didn't have power-ups. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to 5.
I wanted to ask, so like, for example, if you go into a world and the first level is absolute garbage, and obviously like the warp whistle is a thing, is like resetting an option, or is that frowned upon if you just reset?
I go for it.
Okay, it's not like I've done it, but like if I were to join, like I'll go to World 5 and the first level is like 7-1, or like reset, go somewhere else, wait for a power up. But I didn't know if that was like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, you can absolutely do that. If you get like 7-1, yeah, 7-1 is absolutely trash-tastic. But I gotta hand it to TEEXy, who toughed it out and played it straight up. He did not warp out. He just played it straight up. Game 1, it was absolutely fabulous. I give it to you, Tixie.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like after that whole warp whistle incident, I just wanted to just rage quit and shut stream off. But yeah, I know I couldn't do that. I'm just gonna be a good sport and just whatever happens, and just try to have fun with it. So thankfully, the rest of the seed went well. So hopefully that kind of made up for it and put on a good show in the end.
You had to have. I mean, if you lost that much time and you were within what, like 30, 45 seconds, that's ridiculous. That's really curious to see how fast you went.
Yeah, I ended up doing World 4 last after that happened, so I came in equipped with Hammer Suit for 7F2 and just blew through a bunch of levels with the clouds. So didn't take long to get back to where I was.
Oh, nice.
I just had horrible routing, especially that the first seed. A lot of mistakes, but oh well.
As far as worlds go, I think I did world order pretty good for both seeds. There's certain just little things in 8 and that I messed up, and just some levels like I couldn't clip in 7-6 to save my life. I probably tried 20 times, and
I never can clip in that level.
I thought I had a tail, so I was going to do the fly strat, but show that off, but I didn't have one, of course. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to do it for me. Thanks for the race, guys. It was really fun. And next week it's by the way, I did want to give a shout out to Crateris for the new layout with the warp zone and everybody involved with the tracker and everything, Tazzle and Diesel Pilot and Sigma and everybody for coming together to have the league come together really nicely, and really looking forward to seeing where it goes. So thanks, everybody.
So,
yeah, thanks for setting
Danny,
us up, Danny.
I don't know if you saw in chat, Macobra was saying he was wondering if he should make it so that the whistle only works if you're holding select to avoid any accidental whistles.
Yeah,
How would you guys like that?
Whatever you can do to make it so it's not so simple to click, because what happened to TEEX could literally happen to anybody at any point. So I mean, I'm all for. I don't want to see races end or be determined by something like that ever. So I'm all for whatever to make it easier so that doesn't happen.
So maybe starting on week 2, maybe that's an option, since week 1 has already started. And that may give unfair advantage if that's implemented week 1, and maybe something on week 2 for that.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to see anybody mispress a whistle. So the sooner the better for me. But our division is done for the week, so I would probably leave that up to the other divisions at this point. But I don't really see why it would be a con to put a safeguard in there so an accidental whistle isn't used.
Oh, okay, I'm all for it, because I'm for the Tanukis. Like I'm all for the Tanuki. So if we can save our Tanukis, yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
There's got to be some sort of like strat or meta with that Tanuki suit where you could, essentially carry it the whole seed, and instead of damage boosting, just statuing right at the right time. I feel like you could get a really crazy run of like Tanuki only. Somebody could. I feel like that's something TEEX could do.
There's
sure.
more practice with it, but the jumps are really difficult. I think it's good for the Kaizo week if you're doing the Kaizo Boom Boom.
Okay, I've hardly used it, so I have no idea how mobile it is.
Some of the swimming levels, it's nice because you can still swim with it. You just have to mash A lot faster, but you can swim through everything.
Oh yeah, that's really good for like 6-6 or something like that then.
Yeah, Johnny was using the movable statue, in some clutch situations, so it was really good to see that. But you could tell in his movement that you could feel the difference in heaviness.
Oh,
so
yeah,
Johnny, you could see it. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
can normally run, you're already handicapped by the tail speed. So you're going to go slower than you would without, because of the tail. And then you add, I'd say, picture you moving in mud and you get the speed.
Yeah, your
And I
jumps are
think
really
Johnny would
low.
agree with that, right? It
Jumps
felt
are
like you were
super
moving
low,
in
yeah.
mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are situations where it comes in handy, but you can't just do it the whole seed. You'll die.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll have to pay attention to you when I watch it back then and see how it works a little bit.
Anyone
But-
worried about the Kaizo week? Use Tanuki strats on Boom Boom.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Or we could, just leave it up. We have somebody who we could use as a guinea pig for that. And I'm sure if he's in chat, he would agree to it. Let's just dump, using statue strats on MIDI. And I'm sure MIDI will volunteer for it.
Oh yeah, 7-7. That's a good point. Can you duck with it?
Good question. I literally only used it like while I was waiting for the boom boom to explode. I haven't really tested it. That maybe a little bit more, but I don't remember using it like to any significant advantage. But I'm sure there are places, like I said, 6-6.
And
Oh.
Peach's statue looks really funny, so I try to use it as much as possible.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
Yeah,
think
it
about that. I
turns
haven't
into the cutest thing.
I
It
haven't
does.
seen that yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I
Danny,
haven't
you
seen
gotta
Peach
watch.
change.
You gotta watch it in the VOD because it turns into the cutest little symbol.
Yeah, I
It's
will.
so
for sure.
adorable.
One of those things from Animal Crossing. I forgot their names.
Yeah, the little statue
Oh,
from Animal Crossing, and the Haniwa. Yeah, the Haniwa, and it's so adorable. And Makobra also wants to give something important. That week 2, your music box will put your coin ships to sleep. So, and
but I
don't.
believe you can still enter it by pressing A. I want to say,
Pretty sure.
yeah.
Oh, that gives you something to work on in practice, y'all guys.
Coin chips can be OP in this. Honestly, I typically. Oh wait, that's right. The auto scroller is on.
No, it's auto scroller, so you got to get your 50 and then get smushed.
Yeah, that's right.
So smush strats will be in effect, and TEEX will probably dodge them, right, TEEX?
Probably.
I haven't
Yes.
practiced the auto scrollers a ton, but I will say, as far as my money goes, 7-4 is way worse than Atlantis, in my opinion, because it's basically just as long and there's way more enemies and stuff. That was one of the things I was curious about, because we've never really played with the auto scrollers, is I have no idea how the enemy patterns with the random enemies are going to behave in some of the levels. You could get a real nasty one early. I had one where I think it was 3-6, whichever that auto scroller is, and I had a chain chomp that was just following me around, and like I couldn't get away from it, and makes some of the levels pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, 7-4 can be, with auto scroller and random enemies can be really, really bad because, I mean, it's bad enough in vanilla with all the bloopers that are floating around with the spike sheeps, and their spawns are RNG as well. But yeah, you can lend itself to some really nasty stuff like the fire chomps you mentioned. So you could lose entire seconds because of that.
Yep.
That means that you guys are looking forward to auto scroller Hell Week. Got it.
I am. I mean, we never do it, and there's not a ton. I mean, the game obviously has auto scrollers, but it's not a ton, and it just adds another element to the routing and trying to, you're ultimately just trying to get around them all. So, it's just going to add another element. There's also no clipping, by the way. No clipping. Clipping's disabled, but the Bowser hallway is vanilla. So you guys can do the vanilla PSpeed strat through that.
That's something that I've been kind of not looking forward to. Like, I don't mind trying it out a little bit, like the auto scroller thing that you're doing, but I haven't practiced it at all. I want to play it as least as possible.
Yeah,
it sounds rough, but I mean, we're switching it up, whatever.
Yeah, it's just 1 week, and I mean
Yeah,
the,
that's the
the
thing.
flags I did, it really wasn't that bad. I probably only saw like 2 or 3 auto scrollers outside of like the military because it was a fort, and I had clouds and stuff, so it
Yeah,
wasn't too bad. I
makes
imagine
sense.
it could certainly be, but
as long as it's a
Cool.
once in a while thing, I'm fine with it.
yeah, oh, absolutely, yeah. No, this is like this week only.
Nah, I'm waiting for the good time when it's gonna be Kaizo Hell Week. That just sounds like it's gonna be a fun time for everyone.
It's not that bad.
That's what I say. I like the fast boom boom. If you get the timing down, he's not too bad. But if he does
It makes it
slide, it's pretty
Yeah.
wild.
It makes it interesting. I mean, he's usually boring without it.
Yeah.
Nah, we just need to add in Oko instead of J Power Up. Make
No,
it Oko.
Shh, quiet.
I had enough Oko in the Teeks and I both had enough Oko in the finals last year. I suppose it's not so bad without a bunch of Kaizo settings, but it's still pretty frustrating at times. So I try to don't want to burn people out too much.
You're talking to the person. Teeks remembers how I wanted to make a Dark Souls Mario.
I do remember.
And you guys 86 that so fast. Oh man, I remember that. I still should try to endorse it because you guys a king of the hill. Dark Souls to see who can, survive the longest with fixed items, no additional lives.
Yeah, and maybe like with every death that you take, you can have a Mac patch where it says instead of time's up, the text just says you're dead.
Yes, I think that would be amazing. Come on, that would be so much fun.
I'll do it.
Yes. Let's see if that's possible.
Yeah.
And then of course there would be people who would say I'd have to play my own creation, and then that would probably be the funnest thing you've ever seen. Me get eliminated from the first level. But I know a lot of you guys are going to be super busy doing your practicing now. So do you have any last words?
Nope. Thanks for the race, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah,
GG's. Thanks, everyone.
Johnny. So it's been a lot of fun racing you guys. Thank you again for the commentary. And looking forward to week 2.
So, everybody who watched this in chat and everything, I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Without you guys, we would not be here. So thank you. GG to all of our runners for showing that you guys are the excellence of execution. That's why you guys are the upper echelon of the randomizer community and the super elite. If we can get a big giant follow for our runners, they're right here. And I do not know how to do commands, but if somebody in chat can do it correctly, if it's working. But our bot is probably been taken over by Skynet. If you could give JonnyLink, DannyPSpeed, and TEEX88 a big giant follow, they would give you the best entertainment you could possibly ask for, because they are great at what they do, not only in Mario, but in other games as well. And if you can give my tracker, Dust Minion, a big old fat follow, he is great at gaming too, He's not just good at tracking, he is also great at video gaming. And Johnny wants you guys to follow me for chaos.
I tried it.
Yeah, I am so flattered. Plant Slayer League. No, we are not endorsing plant abuse. But I'd like to thank SpeedGaming for hosting the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer League. We do have a Discord for Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer. Join it, because we are one great big family, and we have a party every time you come and visit us. We run games. We run tournaments, leagues, everything you could possibly imagine. And if you're new, we have runners in here who are willing to help you become the bestest that you can be. And if you want to join the comm team and be up here and do silly shenanigans like me and the other commentary elite, I'm not one of them, but we're always looking for people to come join us. So make yourself known, folks. And everyone, have the bestest night. Thanks to Diesel for making this happen, Speed Gaming. All of you have a great night. I'm Krista, and I will see you guys later. And I'm not changing my name to Krista Chaos. I have enough of that. But take care, guys. Bye.
Good night. Thanks, everyone.
Have a good night.
Good night.